Did you ever debate Tucker Carlson?
Absolutely not.
No.
I would if he wanted to, but he would never debate me.
Tucker, debate him. I wouldn't debate you, but there you go. So what do you think about now? Tucker leaves Fox and starts his own thing, and I believe he's number one now, like number one podcast, I guess, besides Rogan, maybe.
Yeah, I think Rogan, Candace Owens, Rogan, Tucker, and like the Hawk Tua girl, I think all are trading places in the top 5 right now or something.
Really?
Yeah.
And so, what do you think about that? Like he's obviously got a huge following, and he's going out there saying a lot of stuff.
I think it's really disappointing. Yeah.
Really
disappointing.
Okay.
I think an issue that I have is, for as much as I used to disagree with conservatives, America had a lot of faults with our response to 9/11. I would say that we, some of the military conflict that came after that was probably not okay. Things like lying about weapons of mass destruction and everything related to Iraq, and some of a lot of the Islamophobia that we engaged in, I think was not okay to people that were citizens of this country. However, when we got attacked on 9/11, it wasn't a thought in anybody's mind that we were going to be anything less than unified against whoever George Bush said did this. Okay, George Bush could have said, Kenya attacked us, and we're like signing up to let's bomb Kenya. Whatever you say, George.
Yeah.
I think that if we got hit with an attack today, I don't even think the country would have a unified response.
Yeah.
That's how bad things have gotten. And like when I look at Tucker Carlson, like, and for a lot of these people, I feel like they hate our country, which is like a sad thing. Like somehow conservatives used to always be at least like patriotic or like they enjoyed America. But like when I see like Tucker Carlson doing like Russian propaganda, like look at their supermarkets and all the food. I'm like, really, dude? Or when he's interviewing people, like these are neo-Nazi conspiracies that I heard when I was like 23, right? About like, well, Churchill was the main bad guy in World War II. I was like, really? Seriously? Like this is what we're doing now?
So you're saying Churchill's the main bad guy?
Yeah, that was the big interview, I think a couple weeks ago that Tucker Carlson got a lot of heat for. There's some like alt historian guy who's going around and he's like, it's a common conspiracy basically that like Hitler was like an aggressive leader, but like he wasn't as bad as people say, and it was actually like Churchill in America that goaded Germany on and caused a lot of the, and that was Tucker Carlson's huge moment, like is it like a month ago or something? Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a big, and it's just.
I did ask somebody the question, I forget who it was, the other day, of like how Russia went from being the boogeyman, especially for the GOP, to being our best friend.
Yeah.
Which is, and by the way, with kind of unified support, which I found.
It's unbelievable. I had my parents growing up. My parents are both in the Air Force. Like 20 years. My mom flew. The mission was called the Looking Glass mission, which is where you're it's an EC-135 and you're looking for nuclear weapons to push the button to counter it. It's like, so she was like full on Red Scare, Cold War. She would call them what would she call them? Like the Red China. Oh God, she had all these nicknames that came from like Michael Savage and Rush Limbaugh for these like the communists and everything. And to hear her now be like, well, I don't know if Putin is that bad. I'm like, Mom, really? What the I remember my mom crying when Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky thing happened, because she's like trying to explain to me, like, Stevie, when the commander-in-chief acts like this towards women, that rolls down, and the way that I'm treated is not good because of Bill Clinton and blah, blah, blah. And when the Trump, like, grab him by the pussy take comes out, Mom's like, well, sometimes boys say dumb things or whatever. And it's like, Mom, what the
Right.
Yeah.
And what was her reaction?
It's the Trump mind rot is too much. She's just like, oh, it's he shouldn't have said it. It was dumb.
Do you think that's a problem? Because, for example, I bring this up all the time, where, politics today seems like, okay, you're from Pittsburgh, I'm from Philadelphia, and I hate your team no matter. I bring it up all the time, like in soccer and football, European football. Like Scotland is always like rooting for Uruguay, or you're rooting for Brazil, and you're like, why are you're Scottish? Why are you rooting for Uruguay? So they'll beat England,
Sure.
right? And so Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and there are the twain. So I mean, it seems like Republicans and Democrats, it doesn't matter what the you say. I'm going to believe what I believe because the Philadelphia Eagles are my team, no matter what, and Pittsburgh is your team. So therefore, I hate you.
Yeah, I understand that, and that's okay to a level. But there is, in older like Middle Eastern societies, there's a saying, this Arab saying, and it's me against my brother and I against my cousin, my cousin and I against the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is that like, and intuitively we all feel this, right? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
Okay, I was a terrorist to my little sister. Okay,
Right,
I'm a
right.
big brother. That's what we do, right?
Right.
But like, if somebody were to bully my little sister, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like on the internet, I might be joking with an American about how like, I come from Nebraska, you're from the coast, fuck you, New Jersey, we more like New York, whatever. We might shit on each other. But like, if a European were to show, I'm like, yeah, New Jersey sucks. Like, what the fuck are you from? What do you mean? It's America. You. But now it feels like the allegiances are starting to bleed outside of the country.
Yeah.
Like it's very strange to, and I can argue with any conservative with this, where they'll start like alluding to like, well, I think that, and Trump has this thing where he looks up to so many dictators. There was the leak of him saying like, I want my people to act to me like how Kim Jong-un's citizens
He
treat
wants
him.
parade.
Yeah, military parades, or I'm getting saying good things about me from Viktor Orban, or I like how Putin does this, and then I'm seeing these conservatives like say these great things about these other countries. Like, what the f- does Russia do better than the United States that you have so much respect for them?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like, well, at least they don't have trans athletes. They're like, come on, really? This is our center issue right now, and that's crazy to me. The foreign allegiance, but there's a lot of other stuff that probably plays into that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Russia, that was surprising. I mean, Putin
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you grew up as an old, and also the Gen Zers don't understand. Again, growing up with parents that like were clearly coming off that Cold War high, and the Gorbachev tear down this wall, like the epic defeat of the Soviet Union, the 91 or whatever, to ever hear my parents saying good things about Russia, I'm like, no f***ing shot. There's no way. My mom would talk to me about the Bay of Pigs and these horrible evil communists, and they're trying to destroy, and it's like, what? Yeah, I don't know. It's wild.
Yeah, I got into the school for Soviet and East European Studies. It's a very difficult school to get into, and like I think halfway through my first year, might have been my second year, it went away. So I was sort of like very tuned into that Cold War and the politics around it, and then it went away. So I actually went there. I went to go live in Eastern Europe and traveled around Russia during that time, and it was a fucking eye opener. And to see that change, I believe it was crazy. Anyway, now,
Just on that too, just as a quick thing.
yeah.
Like,
go. I'm gonna look here, but
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't
you're
mean
good,
you're
yeah.
not scintillating. And
yeah, this country is so cool. We do so many things so well,
Yes.
and the opportunities that exist. One quote that I really like: America
Yeah.
has a lot of problems. We
Yeah.
all agree with that. There's a ton of issues, but I believe this: America allows you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
That if you're ambitious, you can be successful in ways that you could never be in another country.
Yes.
And there's a reason why, as much as I f***ing hate him now, Elon Musk came to America to do Tesla, to do SpaceX.
I
There's
love
a
him, but
reason
sure.
these people come to this country
Yeah.
to do this.
I'm an immigrant.
Sure, yeah.
I came here with no shoes, and I was the ambassador for New York. It's the greatest fucking city in the world. You can come here with no shoes. You can make anything. You can do anything.
Yeah.
You can build anything. It's a great country.
So what do you?
I'm not debating you on that.
Yeah,
That's a great
no,
country.
I know you're not, but
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
all these people that are like, "Wow, we should be more like Russia." Like, why? What do they do that you?
I don't
even...
know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or these other countries.
I saw
like,
the
yeah.
Tucker Carlson thing, but like, I mean, he's making friends with Russia. I mean, saying that a Russian supermarket's bad. I mean, it's nuts. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I guess, and it was like a racial thing because Russia, everybody's white, and so that was the thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah.